Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will be talking about possibly the greatest tennis player of all time, none other than Roger Federer. The former Swiss professional tennis player holds several ATP single titles to his name. Roger Federer played during a time when the big three, Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic, and him, dominated men's tennis. The big three are regarded by some as the three most successful men's tennis players of all time. However, in September of 2022, he announced his retirement from professional tennis. Join us as we find out what he's been up to since his retirement. Known for his exceptional all-around game, Roger Federer dominated the sport in the early 21st century. He won a record 8 Wimbledon titles, and in 2018, he became the first player to claim 20 Grand Slam in men's single titles. Federer started playing tennis at the age of 8. And by the time he was in his teenage years, he was already winning titles. When he was only 14 years old, he became Switzerland's junior champion. He dropped out of school at 16 to focus on becoming a professional tennis player, which obviously worked out well for him. In his home country, Switzerland, Federer made his ATP debut at the 1998 Swiss Open Gstaad, where he was defeated by Lucas Arnold Kerr in the opening round. He won the Miami Orange Bowl Junior Tournament and the Wimbledon Junior Singles Championship in 1998. The following year, Federer made his Davis Cup debut for Switzerland and at the age of 18 years, finished the year ranked 64th in the world, making him the youngest tennis player to do so. His career would only go uphill from there. He held the top spot in the global rankings for the Association of Tennis Professionals for 310 weeks, including a record of 237 consecutive weeks, and finished as the year-end number 1 5 times. Federer continued playing until September of 2022 when he announced that he will be retiring from the game. In the same year, he dropped out of the top 50 tennis players and became unranked for the first time since his debut. After suffering numerous injuries, I think it's only right that he gives himself a break from playing the game professionally. He stated that the Laver Cup would be his final ATP event. His last match was pretty special as he was paired with his longtime rival and friend, Rafael Nadal. Although the match resulted in a loss, it is a remarkable match that he will remember forever. Being called the best tennis player of all time must feel so surreal. But now that he is out of the game, what is Roger Federer focusing his time and energy on? Let's find out. Federer discussed some of his retirement plans and the areas of his life he would like to concentrate on before the competition even started. Even though he is retiring from professional tennis, Roger Federer made it clear that he will still be pretty involved in the sport. Federer stated during the Laver Cup's media day that despite not playing in any professional tennis, he will still play exhibition matches in front of packed stadiums. He said that he is confident that he can still fill up stadiums. Well, there's no doubt about that, so that's a relief. At least we'll still see him play. He also mentioned his plan to involve himself in the analytical side of the tennis, doing tennis commentary. According to Federer, he never imagined himself doing tennis commentary, but the thought came to him 6 months ago, and he was actually considered doing it. Since he obviously has a great grasp of the sport, I think it is safe to say that everyone would agree that hearing Federer's thoughts and analyses of tennis matches would be a game changer. Many Federer fans are sad to see the icon retire from the game, but it is fun to look back at his incredible matches. He is renowned for his graceful one-handed backhand, which many fans and tennis players alike adore. With so many titles to his name, it is without a doubt that we can consider him as the greatest of all time in tennis. Are you a fan of Roger Federer? What do you think is his most iconic match for you? Let us know in the comment section down below. And before we proceed with the rest of the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more sport news. Now let's get back to it. Like most people who retire, Federer also mentioned his plans to focus on spending time with his family, which he can do now after 24 years. He mentioned that he felt sorry for his wife when she would watch him play in the years before his retirement after all of the injuries he endured. While his wife was thrilled for his retirement, his children had mixed feelings about it. He said that his kids were worried that they wouldn't be able to go to Wimbledon, Indian Wells, or Hale anymore. I'm sure the kids enjoyed their father's matches just as much as he did. Did you know that his wife, Mirka, is also a former top 100 tennis player? We can't help but wish for a future mini Federer tennis legend to follow in the footsteps of mommy and daddy. In 2003, Roger Federer established the Roger Federer Foundation. The organization has supported educational initiatives aimed at early learning and fundamental education for kids in Southern Africa and Switzerland. Since the program began, more than 1.98 million kids have benefited from higher quality education in more than 9,300 schools. There is no doubt that Roger Federer would continue to support and grow his organization even after his retirement. To further help young kids in these places, Federer is delighted in making a difference in the lives of so many young children, whether it be through exhibition matches or personal trips to these schools in Switzerland and Africa. His genuine generosity and helpful nature makes fans adore him even more. Roger Federer will always be cherished and honored at the International Tennis Hall of Fame, despite his retirement. The International Tennis Hall of Fame is a non-profit organization with headquarters in Newport, Rhode Island, that aspires to inspire tennis fans all around the world while preserving and honoring the sport's finest athletes. The tennis community must wait 5 years before Federer can become one of the International Tennis Hall of Famer, following the induction requirements. Federer will automatically be considered for enshrinement in 2027 because he has met the necessary requirements. His hard work and devotion will forever be part of tennis history. Roger Federer has played more than 1,500 matches in the span of 24 years. He mentioned that tennis has been more kind to him than he could ever have imagined, but now he must decide when to call it quits on his competitive career. As sad as it is to hear that he wouldn't be a part of ATP anymore, I think it's also great to remember Roger Federer won't be out of the scene entirely. We can still see and support him in tournaments. So for those Federer fans all out there, don't be sad, because Roger Federer will be back to playing tennis soon enough. In the meantime, we can rewatch some of his most memorable moments. And that's what we have for you today. How do you feel about Roger Federer's retirement? Are you saddened about the news? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this one. We'll see you on the next video.